Hello everyone, my name is Mario from Prana. I'm here today at Genovese Coffee. I'm here to introduce Ray Genovese, the owner of the company. How are you, Ray?
Very good, Mario. How are you?
Good, thanks. You've been around for a long time. Can you tell us a little bit about the origins of the company, how it all started?
Mum and Dad were part of that wave of immigrants that came out from Italy. Dad got involved in the coffee industry in the 1960s, and then in early 1970 he formed Genovese Coffee with my mother, my brother, myself and my sister. And it was a family company that Mum and Dad thought, look, we'll take care of the family, make sure they're all okay, give them a job. Back then, of course, what was big was Italian style coffee because it was the Italians that we were predominantly aiming for. They had cafes, they had espresso bars, they had gambling venues, catering businesses. So the Italians basically made up the bulk of the hospitality industry was back then. The coffee industry has developed, we've developed with it, we've grown. Our parents basically said to us, when you go in the morning, just try and make the best cup of coffee you can. And this is what this is all about.
The evolution of the industry, how have you seen it change over the years?
In 50 years that we've been in business, the industry has changed many, many times. The biggest change, of course, has been in the last, say, 10, 20 years. And what we've achieved by this big change is we're all drinking better quality coffee. Growers are growing better coffee. We're able to purchase better coffees. In 1970s, there was no such thing as a roasting parameter. We were running around these things, opening doors, turning the gas down, making the fan go a bit faster. There was no book telling us to do that.
There was no computer, there was not even a book.
And no computer. I mean, now, what that did, it allowed me to program this. Running around and learning what a coffee roasting machine actually does, apart from roast coffee, allowed me to, in the future, program those movements into here.
I mean, 50 years, it's a long time to survive in any industry. I think it's even more testament to you guys that you have done so in an industry that has changed so much. What do you think that comes down to?
Staying true to the core family values of what we're about. It's not a job. We've come in here over 50 years. We know what to do. We know how to do it. And we just get down and do it. And it has allowed us a certain lifestyle, a social lifestyle, getting to know many types of people. I mean, there are venues out there in my lifetime alone, the same venue we've delivered to, it's been 4 or 5 different venues. I don't look at it as a job, oh no. We just come in and we do.
The coffee as well has stayed true. I mean, I remember buying coffee from you 20 years ago and it is still got the exact same profile. The consistency of that espresso, I mean,
okay.
There's other stuff you do now, but
we do.
How
yes.
have you kept that flavour profile so consistent?
As you're growing up and your parents are feeding you a teaspoon of coffee, this is the flavour of what coffee should be, and then as they get into doing their own thing, they're making you taste. All of a sudden, that flavour that they've been trying to get me to understand clicks. There is a flavour there. We come in and we roast to a certain degree, we blend to a certain degree, but ultimately what we buy ends up in the coffee machine being tasted.
So you taste that?
Every blend of Super Brazil that we produce, either myself, my son or my nephew. The many years of tasting, a flavour, with your Prana chai, there is a flavour there.
That's right.
Now, you can vary it a little bit, but predominantly the base flavour has to stay the same.
Yeah, we have that. We tried it, the ingredients and things change to try and keep that same profile because people like it.
Yes.
That's what we do. It might not be for everybody, but that's what we are doing and we want to stay true to that. The company as a whole, I mean, you guys have really offered a one-stop shop. You do your SCA training, you do all the specialty coffee, you have a whole team of technicians that go out and service all the machinery and they're very good at what they do. Have you ever felt like many other companies do these days to sort of scale it back and just focus on less things or no?
Genovese has always really just grown with how the market has grown. If I need a team of 6 technicians to look after our clientele, that's what I need. I need 4 or 5 vans delivering out there. that is what I need. Of course, it's cheaper to just send a courier company out to do deliveries. Anybody can do that. We send our staff out to do that. There is that connection between all our clientele. Unfortunately, some of the clients are all over Australia. I can't have that personal contact, but they're more than welcome to have that contact with me. You know, they can always ring up, and even if I don't know them, if they're a client of ours, I treat them exactly the same as if I know them. Having a service department, I can control that. My clients, I'm not waiting on an independent service company to tell me I can't get there until 2 o'clock. That client needs it now. Delivery, same thing. Yes, it's a business, it has to make money. As long as it can do that, I don't need to scale back.
And you guys are doing some different stuff now. Emilio, your son, was telling me about the Coffee for Wildlife project, where you buy coffee in a certain way that supports the habitat of certain animals. That's really good.
Look,
what else are you guys?
There are many programs going on around the world with coffee. There are growers out there growing good quality coffee, and they're not doing too well. When I say that, for whatever reason, they can't afford a truck, they can't afford a harvesting machine. As long as they're producing the quality of coffee that we're after, that's who we try to support. The wildlife one has been a good one, because you're actually, you hear about all how wildlife around the world is in decline. It's good to feel that you're trying to do something to help that.
You've got a reputation in the industry. A lot of your staff have been with you for years and years and years and years. I just want to ask you, as a business owner, how the hell do you manage to hold on to people for so long? What do you think it is that...
People don't stay employed somewhere if they're not enjoying it. Employees get a enjoyment out of feeling like they're part of something, they're building something, and they're contributing in a positive manner to do that. When you have an owner of a business actually on the factory floors, and that's how I've grown up in here. It's not my position. This is what I've done all my life. I've been on the factory floor. These guys, when they come in here, understand they're working with one of the owners. And I think it actually changes their perspective on things a little bit.
It is really like a family here, you know, and
Yes,
same with that, where we work as well. If you all agree that you're in it together and
Exactly.
you're a family.
Mum and Dad had 3 children, and Dad used to always say to the 3 of us, the power of 3 is more than the power of 1.
I'm not saying you're old or anything, but
No,
now
it's
your
okay.
son here
Yeah,
is older now, and he's a big part of the company.
That's right.
Obviously, at some point there's going to be a changing of the guard. How do you feel about that?
I don't have a problem with the changing of the guard. No problem whatsoever. My father did it to his children. I intend to do it to my children. But one difference, my father passed away. He's still working. I don't want to pass away still working. I want to be able to walk away comfortable that they're not going to miss me.
When you're talking to Emilio about that, I mean, you try to instill a lot of things in him, but what's the biggest thing? What's the conversation you're having with him the most about the company, the most important thing?
I try to emphasize how important the core family issues are. If he can understand what family is all about, the rest of it is a playground.
All right, last question. Can you give me 3 pieces of advice for a young coffee roaster that wants to grow a successful coffee roasting company?
Look, number 1, I suppose you've got to be certain about what you're going to bring to the market. What am I bringing to the market that's different? Is it a positive thing? Or am I just getting in this for something to do? If you have something positive to bring to the company, the second thing is the passion. How passionate are you? You don't just roast coffee. I understand the floor scrubber as well. And I suppose number 3, be ready for at least 15 years of hard work before you consider yourself, yeah, look, I'm on the right track. I think at least 15 years with the way things are going. You will learn in 15 years, but you've got to want to learn. It's not a 3-year apprenticeship.
Thanks for letting us come in and have a chat to you. We've known each other for a very long time since I first started in the industry, and you've always been there for me and helped us a lot in the past.
I think Mario has the same ideals as what Genovese has. Started with a product that he loves. Like, I remember these guys cooking a couple of pots of Prana chai in the back of the cafe when they first started. You know, and how long ago was that?
Like 13 years ago, not 50, but a while ago.
They've been passionate about their product just like what we have. They have something to offer. The market likes it. The market wants it.
We do try to have those same values in our company of, you know, family ethos. Anyway, thanks again, mate.
Thank you.
Thanks, mate.
That was great. Thank you. I thoroughly enjoyed that.
All right, good enough.